Good morning, weirdos. How are you today? I am doing just fantastic, thank you very much. It looks like it is another beautiful Thursday. It is May 16, 2024. And guess what? You don't have to care who the president is. You don't. Because chances are they don't care about you. So there you go. So, I hope you were able to at some point join me last night for my nighttime edition of Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy. This was the Old Time Radio Wednesday, and because of technical difficulties, I was unable to bring you a show yesterday morning. So I brought it to you last night at 5 o'clock instead of 5 a.m. I came to you at 5 p.m. I did my 3 hours, and then I stayed on an extra hour to give you an example of what's going to be taking place in the evenings. I'm not quite certain how we are going to pull this off, whether it's going to be every night at 5 or just Friday nights at 5. I'm unsure. It's all going to depend on my scheduling and ability to create a quality show. I think last night's hour-long example of nighttime nonsense and nostalgia, I think it was pretty good. I think it was a pretty good hit. I feel good about it. Yeah, it was a good thing. I fiddled around all day yesterday, all day, screwing around with this and with that and with this again and with that again. I had 3 conversations on the telephone with technical support, once from Microsoft and once from Blackmagic Design. Both were very, very helpful. We didn't accomplish much with Microsoft Windows, but doing the exploring with the tech at my side gave me the courage to go into my settings and adjust my microphones. And I actually found a filter, and I turned this filter off, and it keeps my computer from trying to block out all the sound that we want to listen to. Hey, it's kind of a bummer there. It looks like bing, bang. It looks like all of our sound is set correctly this morning. At some point, I will boot up a photo of what's going on right here in front of me. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of kooky, kind of wild, kind of zany. I've got some new gadgets and gizmos, some new software, if you will. And because of the technical fix-its that we've done, I feel like this show has a life again. It is it's alive. It's alive. So let's see. I think what we're going to do first, before we go any further, is we're going to watch some weekly programming. All right, people. We are going to do a little bit of weekly programming here. And we're going to see what's happening today and tomorrow, and possibly the rest of the week. And then on Sundays, I will be bringing you, Friday, anywhere between Friday and Sunday, I'll be bringing you a new promo to let you know what's going on. Before we go, speaking of promo, I received a message this morning from one of my, not a viewer, not a subscriber. This is a comment from a troll, basically. The troll this morning decided to leave me a comment that was thus. Hey. No, leave me alone, okay? So I got this message from Archimabud Royale. And this person commented, promo SM with the tongue sticking out. So, I gave them a thumbs down because I hate people who just troll around, watch a few seconds of video and go, promo SM. It sickens me to no end. It really does. So my comment to him was, this kind of moronic response would only come from someone with nothing to offer on their own channel. How do I know this? Because I went to their channel. They got nothing, no videos. How many videos have you created, Mr. Shithead? Oh, Mr. Shit Talker. So that's Archimabud Royale 3026 here on YouTube. And I can honestly say, after reading their comment, Archimabud Royale 3026 is a douche. He's a doucher, he's a douchebag, he's a troll, he's somebody who gets off on making others feel bad. So you know what? I don't feel bad. Well, I feel bad for you because you're a friggin' troll. So take your trollish little comments and boogie on down the line, because we don't want to hear that kind of crap here, because you're just a big baby. You're just a big baby. You have to go, oh, I don't like you promos. I don't like you promos. And of course next they'll say, well, that's what you get from an American, right? I get a lot of that, you know, on YouTube. People who are cruising around, or you leave a comment, just a random comment, no political, no religion, no hate involved, just a random comment, and then they come at you with, well, that's what you can expect from an American, Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Fuck. It's like, give me a fucking break. You know, why you gotta bring geography into this? Why you gotta bring politics into this? You know, I'm just here for me. I'm just here to have a good time and share my good time with others. If you see this as anything other than that, well, that's on you, Jack. That's your issue. That's your hang-up. If you see everything on YouTube as a frickin' promosm, well, then you need to just get your head out of your ass, right? Archimabud Royale. Yeah. Okay, Archimabud. Let's go over here and watch a promosm, right? Let's watch a promosm here. A promo, awesome, dude. How many videos have you created? Yeah, and there you go. That's what's going on today. We are going to 1983. I believe it's September 27, and we're going to go to the Inglewood Forum, and we are going to check out some footage of the Principle of Moments tour, the Robert Plant concert that we went to when we were young. Remember that, Robert? Huh? Anybody? Anybody? Hey, anybody? Anybody? I'm gonna go to the comment thing there, and I'm gonna look to see that nobody's watching, and I'm gonna get the video set up, And then we're gonna wait. We're gonna drink some coffee, do some Bong Hits, eat a little cereal bar, and we're gonna wait for the people. We're gonna wait for the people. We gotta have some people here. Yeah. So, wearing my Iron Maiden shirt this morning, Killers. It's my favorite era of Iron Maiden, the Maiden. Totally. Alright. So we're going to go to my playlist on YouTube, because I can do both things at once. I can be on YouTube, and I can be playing around on YouTube, and I can be watching myself on YouTube, and watching myself, and watching myself. No, I'm not a narcissist, but in this kind of work, you gotta see yourself a lot. It's kind of a bummer. It actually helps me with my depressive personality, because I'm not one to stand there and look at myself in the mirror. So, this helps. I should have done this friggin' 40 years ago, right? Well, let's see. Was going to a concert. And Throwback Thursdays is where it's at. Yeah, baby. So, I got a couple of videos here. One of the videos that's in the playlist is a live audio recording. It's almost 2 hours long. It is from the day. The audio isn't that perfect, right? There's a lot of audience participation going on, and a lot of yelling and a lot of ambient noise. It's great to listen to, but we're not going to listen to it this morning. This morning, instead, we're going to watch a couple of videos from that same concert. In fact, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get on, and I'm going to go try to get some weirdos over here. So we copied my link, and we're going to take it on over to Face Crook. And we are going to load up, and we're going to say, good morning, weirdos, exclamation point. I hope you can join me this morning for a trip back in time, period. Today we're going to go back to 1983 and Robert Plant's Principle of Moments tour. To her. No. To her. To her, dude. And then we'll say, see you in the past. See you in the past. See you in the past. Exclamation point. And then my funny face. And there it is. There's my link. And let me correct some of this spelling here. Robert, capital P Plant, capital P Principle of capital M Moments. And capital T Tour. Totally. It's just totally. And then we're going to go and we're going to check in at the Elsinore Brothers studio, because that's where we hang out, baby. Well, that's where we hang out. Let's go nostalgic, because that's the way I'm feeling today. And let's post. Yeah, let's post. All right. Good morning, weirdos. Isn't that just spectacular? Spectacular. All right, enough of that. Let's get serious. Let's get serious here. Can we get serious? Can we please? Can we please get serious here? Can we please get serious here? Can we? I just want to go and do a comment thing. Hey! Hey, alright, there we are. So, we're going to wait a little bit before we get started on the stuff, hoping really that my brother's going to show up, right? I should have tagged him in that damn thing. Forget about it. What am I, some kind of promos? I'm here to just promote myself. Is that what it is? For the love of Pete. For the love of Pete there, jeez. Let's see what the old lava lamp looks like this morning. It looks like a lump of cold wax to me. Yep. She's having trouble waking up, man. Starting to swell a little bit, but that's about it. Well, I'm really still getting a kick out of last night. I had a whole lot of fun digging around and playing all that 1920s, 30s music for you. I think that's going to be a regular thing. I've always wanted to do the disc jockey thing since my father was a DJ back in the 70s. It just feels right. So, I don't know if we're just going to be doing Friday nights or Wednesday nights or every weeknight. I don't know. I'll spend the next couple of days coming up with an intro and an outro for my nighttime show and coming up with some kind of schedule. How many songs? Am I going to do some comedy? Am I going to do some movie stuff? We'll do an hour's worth of nonsense and nostalgia in the evening. Exactly what that's going to be, I'm unsure. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pre-1940s stuff. Most of the stuff before that, I have the ability to use on YouTube. Everything, it looks like everything before 1924, I'm able to use. Everything that's 100 years old or older, right? So there's that. And there is just a giant catalog of materials to listen to. Not only that, I can run over and grab stacks of 78s, and we can put those on if we so desire. But we don't desire, man. Right? We don't. No way. Well, hey, Mike in the garage. Crazy Mike. What's going on, dude? It's been a while since you've been here. Things have gotten a little weird. I've gone multi-camera here. And I've gone multi-computer. So now I can kind of bounce around and do a little bit more. So, funny you should stop by because we're going to be doing a little bit of time traveling, which is what I love about this show, is that I can pretty much go anywhere and take anybody along with me. I was just talking about yesterday's experiences, having a canceled show due to technical difficulties. Pardon me, spending the day dealing with technical assistance over the phone, doing a whole lot of weird stuff. But because of my new Black Magic design mixer, I'm able to do cool stuff like this. And I'm able to bring stuff from my computer over to y'all, like music. I really enjoy listening to music in the morning. This is Betty Moten from 1928. The song South. So this is my theme for my new nighttime show, Nonsense and Nostalgia. It looks like I'm going to be coming to you, probably every night at 5 during the week, and bringing you some of this old-timey music and entertainment. Music that's got that Little Rascals feel from the 1920s and 30s. Isn't that bitchin'? I feel like I'm in a Hal Roach cartoon, right? Hey, you have a great day too, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. Cruise by anytime. We got a lot going on. I've almost got 200 videos up there now. Hey, yeah, that's a great tune. South, Benny Moten, 1928. So starting officially on Monday evening at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be bringing you live Nonsense and Nostalgia in the evening. So you can look forward to hearing that every evening as my theme song. And once again, this is a Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy, and this is my morning show. This is the time of the day where I sit here, I drink coffee, I eat my cool little Nature's Bakery cereal bars, and I reminisce. I dig deep back into the resources of my memory and pull out gems. This song here is one of those gems. I am really happy to be able to come to you every morning. For me, it's a pleasure and it's a privilege. It really is. I've wanted to do something like this my entire life, but nobody's going to pay me, so I'm doing it on my own. Ah, that's good stuff right there. Coffee. Yeah, baby. So, as I say, my word, do it all with Zizal. Yeah. Totally, man. Totally. It's like a totally awesome meerkat, right? Totally. Sorry, I get a little weird in the mornings, especially when I haven't had enough sleep, and sleep is something that is at a premium lately. Let's see, yesterday I went and laid down between, I don't know, like say 2:30 and 4:30, right? I probably got 5 minutes sleep. I really, my eyes just would not cooperate with me. You know, mainly because I was so amped up yesterday about getting all of this worked out. In fact, Bush stopped by yesterday after lunch and hung out for an hour. He brought the drums back from Monday night open mic, and so we threw them in my van, and I had him help bring this monstrosity here, my live unit here. I had him help me bring that in here so I could get my show on the road, you know. I've been meaning to clean up this studio for a week now, and yesterday I finally emptied everything out and vacuumed and Febrezed and did a little dusting and a little organizing, and I finally feel comfortable. Olive oil will blow me down. Now calm down. Don't get so excited. Don't get all worked up. It's just a morning show. That's it. It's the morning show you wanted for your whole life, but it's just a morning show, so take it easy, right? It's a different kind of show. It's a show where I don't just sit here and entertain you, but I expect to be entertained, damn it, and I want somebody to come in here and talk to me, entertain me, tell me a story. I'll tell you a story, you tell me a story, right? If you want to eat while we're talking, go for it. I don't mind. You can even type chomp, 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 chomp if you want. And then you'll be competing with Yo. Right? Hey, right? Wow, so it must be like 7 or 8 over there in Canada there, eh? Over there in Crazy Mike in the garage. Toronto area, I think. I can't recall. I know we were in Canada and we were around the Great Lakes area, if I am remembering correctly. Yeah. Wow. Tunage, man. Oh, wow. This is some crazy stuff. All right, here we go. Look at that. Oh, it's starting to grow. It's starting to be weird. Oh, yeah, while you're watching that, you'll hear the sounds of me warming up my coffee. So when I first started doing this morning show, I talked to my associate producer and assistant director, my daughter Natalie, who is a college student. And we both agreed, at first begrudgingly I've agreed, but we both agreed that I wouldn't wear a hat in the morning because people usually don't put on hats in the morning until they go out and they're starting their day. Most people don't get up and put on a hat. Then again, I'm not most people. Most people aren't me. But I guess a lot of people with balding heads would probably reach for their hat first thing in the morning, and I don't. I'm not self-conscious or anything about my, oh my God, look at the shine. And it just really doesn't bug me to be bald, right? I've been going bald since I was in my 20s. So I'm just kind of used to it. And then I used to shave my head. I used to see myself every day completely bald for like 10, 15 years. I'd shave. And I just got tired of it. After my neck injury, it hurt too much to shave all the time. So I just grew a beard and grew my hair out and said, fuck it. Right? There you go. But I digress there. Especially when I start talking and go onto a tangent and then lose my place. What the hell was I talking about? You remember what I was talking about? I remember what I was talking about. A little bit of noise there for you to partake on. Let's see. It is Thursday. It is Throwback Thursday. So at some point, we're going to get into listening to and watching some video footage from 1983. At some point, I was kind of hoping my brother was going to figure out how to do the comments and get on here and sign in and do a little chat with me. Now, at some point, I will bring a guest into the studio live via satellite, via computer connection, via video chat. So there's always the option to have somebody live here in the studio at any given moment, right? Not just a knock at the door or a comment in the text bar, but not even a phone call. It could be an actual video chat. And I have the technology to bring it to you. So at some point, we will explore that realm, right? Totally. Yeah. So this is Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Beard Guy. This is May 16. This is a Thursday. This is episode 14 of season 3 of Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Beard Guy. Things have changed a little bit. We had been doing an open mic that really didn't pan out. A couple of nights of that had really brought down the quality of my live stuff. Live here in the morning suffered, and it suffered at the behest of a Monday night deal that wasn't really that good. So rather than have my channel suffer, I decided to get rid of the Monday night live deal out and about with all of the camera rigmarole and sound and stuff. At some point I may do a once a month live open mic visit, or Bush and I have been talking about setting up in a park, at a house, at another venue, and doing a once a month live concert, and enlisting the help of all of the people from the open mic nights, right? And just try to plan on a day where nobody's really got anything going on, there's no other open mics going on, they don't have any events, on a day where there's not really events going on in our area, so people aren't pulled in too many directions. And I think the best thing to do would be to just set up at a house or a park somewhere and just do the live show. Now, if we do it at a house, I think it's going to be more of a party setting, right? Where we just have kind of a house filled with people, and we kind of follow through the house with the camera and see what's going on in each part of the house. a little song here, a little song there, some music here, yada yada yada. That'd be neat. In a park, it'd be more like a concert, like an open mic type setting, and that's neat too. But I like the idea of doing it in a house and having a house party setting. That sounds more fun. Looks like we've got somebody coming back to check us out. Is that my brother? Are you there? Well, he probably wouldn't be able to tell me if he was there anyway, right? What are you gonna do? So if I go here and add that and click on that, then I can click on this over here and wonder, oh yeah, he's on. That's my brother. He's on there. He's online. I don't know where he's at. He might be here. Is that you, Robert? Is that you? Yeah. 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 Let me shoot him a... This means video chat, by the way. So if I send that to you, I'm asking, do you want a video chat? And then if you send one back, then you're like, yeah, let's video chat. And then I'm like, dude. And they're like, dude, video chat. So let's see if he's active now. That means he's probably either sitting on the toilet, getting coffee, or waking up the granddaughter, right? Get ready for school, damn it. Get up. We were usually pretty tough to get ready for school. We were always up late. We never had anything planned. It was always a chore trying to find shoes and stuff in the morning. It was just a drag, man. I wonder, Robert, do you have to go through that in the morning, or do you have everything together because you went through that as a kid? Huh? I know I hated going to school, mainly because I always felt like garbage in the mornings, right? Just like I still do. Stomach issues, health issues, mental issues, but no shoes. It's always been hard to get up in the morning. Since I started doing this morning show, this is the easiest it's been in my 55 years of living. This is the easiest it's been to get up in the morning and go right to work. And here I am, working. This is my job. I don't get paid, but this is my job. I am semi-retired, partially disabled, and completely mental. So there you go. At this point in the show, this is what I like to call bong hit time. So we're going to reach on over, and we're going to grab a little bit of dubage, and we're going to see what we got here. We got, this is some Zips. This is a hybrid. This is an indica. Let's go with an indica. Yeah, let's go with a little bit of painkiller, yeah. You're killing me, Pain. You're killing me. All right, so I'm going to pick out a big old giant chunk of bud there. And that's going to be my breakfast. A breakfast of champignons. Champignons. So yeah, this is what I do in the mornings. If you came by last night, you saw that in the evenings, it's what I do in the evenings too. It's pretty much what I do all the time. If I'm not sitting here live with you all, emptying out the excess of my head, then I'm probably sitting here doing non-live stuff, editing video. One of my favorite things to do here in my studio is have my wife join me over here in another chair, and we sit here and watch old television together, right? She can sit in there till her heart's content watching all of the new crap that she wants, but she ain't gonna have no fun until she comes out here and watches some old shows with me. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Yesterday, I went through withdrawals because with all of the technical crap that I went through, and then having to do a nighttime version of my show, we didn't have time to sit and watch any of our shows. And it's kind of a bummer, because, the little lady and I, we enjoy spending that TV time together. We sit and goof on the shows, goof on each other. get interrupted by the dogs and the daughter, and it's just a blast. We love it. But last night we did not get our Barney B. Jones, and we did not get our Northern Exposure yesterday. It's kind of a bummer. I did last night watch an episode of The Love Boat. One of my favorite, I call it a variety drama. A variety dramedy. There you go, a variety dramedy. Variety because there's always different guests, fantastic guests, right? I think I'm in season 2. And it's just a fun show. There's always a different story, always something weird going on. Last night was a first parter of a 2-part episode with John Aston as an old shipwrecked guy who'd been on an island for like 21 years, and the captain took his launch out with some of the guests and ran into a crazy little scenario with John Aston, Gomez Addams from the Addams Family. But it was a fantastic. I can't wait to watch the rest of it tonight. That's gonna be cool. So let's see. We're gonna break out the old bonginator here and do a little bit of what do you call it? Pain maintenance, right? Pain management. We are gonna try to escape some of the owl for now. And we don't want to do a whole lot. I hate getting ripped in the morning. The bummer about smoking too much of this stuff is that it just makes me tired, makes me sleepy. Not much makes me hungry anymore, so I don't have to worry about eating half a refrigerator full of food after I smoke. You know, after, I don't know, what is this, 35, 40 years of smoking pot? I don't get the physical ramifications that you normally get, you know. The urge to raid the fridge, the urge to be goofy and get hypersexualized or whatever pot does to people. For me, it's all about pain relief and making my head feel better, you know, and keeping my depression at bay. Now, when I was younger, they used to say, well, you can't smoke marijuana if you're depressed because it's a depressive thing and it messes you up, and you know, all these people who really know nothing about experiencing marijuana really can't tell me, you know, how marijuana is going to work for me. I mean, you really can't. It works different for everybody. And for people who have no experience using or being around marijuana at all, come along and point their finger and tell you how to live your life, go to hell. I really can't. You know, and then they suck on their booze and smoke their cigarettes and then point their finger down at you because you're smoking marijuana. But, you know, when I was young, they told me that, well, you can't do that because it messes you up more. No, it was the times in between, the times without marijuana, right? Those were the times that I felt bad, you know. Through these last 10 years of pain and pain management and using marijuana as a pain medication, it has changed not only my outlook on marijuana, but my usage of marijuana. I mean, I used to use it to get high, to chill out, relax, and have fun, and feel good and stuff. And now that's just a byproduct. That's just that's just another thing that I get from it. Mainly I get pain relief. And I get out of my head because my head is where the depression is, right? So I need to escape. And marijuana helps me do that. And it helps me deal with reality easier, right? I can be confronted by real life and not just want to chuck it all in and, you know, put a gun to my head. Because a lot of times dealing with depression, that's all you want to do. You just scream and yell and you just want to run away. And I don't want to run away anymore. I feel like instead of running from something now, I'm running towards something. Yeah, death. Well, we're all headed in that direction, right? And that was one of the things that was difficult to deal with in the throes of depression, was the reality of life, that life ultimately ends, right? And that's kind of a tough thing to deal with when you have a depressive personality. But I don't dwell on shit anymore, you know. If I do it, it really has to do with my channel, you know, because everything else pretty much takes care of itself. You know, you let life be and just live your life, you know. And that's kind of where I'm at now. That's kind of where I'm at now. I keep having flashes of the 1970s go through my head, and mainly because it's the colors, like this color here. It gives me the feeling of an old picture, that sepia, that brownish tint that you get in an old photo, right? So I get these colors in my vision, right? And whether they're out in front of me or on the screen or just around me, and they help. They're like the catalyst. They're like the thing that pushes me into a time trip, you know. And sitting here last night and enjoying some of that early 1920s and 30s music, and the sound of my own voice introducing a song took me back to my father being a DJ, pardon me, and his sitting in a booth and announcing music. And at some point during a nighttime show, I'll bring in some of his recordings of his voice, and I'll let him announce a song. I mean, won't that be great? And then we'll listen to something from the old man back in the day. At some point, my father took on the name Old Man, right? And I think it was because he referred to my mother as the old lady, right? And after referring to her as the old lady for so long, people started to pick up on it and just referred to him as the old man. So the old lady, the old man, the old man, the old lady. And it just kind of happened like that. And my mother refused to be called old lady, right? I think she was 29 until she was in her 50s, right? Every birthday she would celebrate 29. And yeah, Jack Benny, there you go. Yeah, my mother was so not into celebrating birthdays. We didn't celebrate her birthday in the house. Nope. We did not know when it was her birthday. We did not celebrate it. We didn't get her gifts. We didn't do any of that. If anything, we would look at her and go, yeah, 29, huh? That was about it. That was celebration. If my brother's around, he could confirm that or deny that. I don't know. I'm not sure what the answer would be if I were to ask him, how many times did we celebrate Mom's birthday, right? None. Once, twice, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I never really celebrated my birthday growing up. Most of the time, it felt like I was an add-on to my brother's birthday. We share the same birthday. So, most of the time, I felt like I was here because it was his birthday. And because it was my birthday, I was allowed to celebrate it with him. Right? That's the way I felt. This is probably the furthest from the truth, but that's what was going on in my head. I just felt like I didn't have a birthday. I didn't have a day of my own, you know. Mainly because when I got a gift on my birthday, it was usually a carbon copy of whatever my brother got. Because we shared the same day, we had that 2 years apart, but it was the same day. So they had that pseudo twin thing going on where it was just easy to buy 2 skateboards or 2 footballs or 2 whatever, and not have to think about, well, what does he really want? I mean, I don't think I was in. It wasn't until I was in 4th or 5th grade where I actually got something for my birthday or for Christmas that felt like my own. I mean, even in Christmas, until I was in 5th or 6th grade, I was just still getting, a different version of whatever my brother got. If he got this, I got this color of that. One year in 79 or 80, we got ventriloquist dolls, right? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? And my brother didn't want ventriloquist dolls, but I did, right? But he got the one that I wanted. And I got this one, and I didn't really want that one. I wanted the one that he got because I felt like I was the one who was more into that era, Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy. I wanted the Charlie McCarthy doll. And it was kind of a bummer, that, it was like, finally for my birthday, we're getting something that's more directed in toward me, yet he gets the one that I want, right? And it was like, come on, do you not see that we're different? Do you not see that, that I have wants and desires that are completely unrelated to this person over here? Do you not see that? No, they did not see that for years. And it got to the point to where in the early 80s, my father just started giving us each $100 bill. And even then, I felt gypped, right? I was going to go right out and spend that on a bag of weed and some electronics at the swap meet, right? But I felt gypped because, the people who were supposed to know me the best didn't know a goddamn thing about me. And it went on my whole life growing up. To this day, with my family, all of my family, remaining family members, they don't know me at all. They see me the way that they saw me back then, only older, and that's it. They refuse to see me as the person that I am. If I'm talking to somebody, and I say something to my brother or to my sister, you can see it in their eyes that they register me as that person and not this person. Oh, Mike. And that's kind of a bummer. But it's something that over 55 years I've just gotten used to. People not seeing me the way that I am. And I try not to put a tag, a label on anything or anyone, because I hate labels and I hate being labeled, and I've been labeled my whole life. So I try not to put that bummer on others. If I meet you, I'm not going to say, this is the image that I'm going to keep of you for the rest of my life. No, I'm not going to put an icon. This is your icon, and this is never going to change. No. You know how people are constantly changing their profile pictures on social media? That's how I'm changing people, okay? People changed every time I see someone that I've seen 100 times, okay? Their profile picture changes because they're different. They have changed. Between this time and the last time I have seen them, they have had growth and they have changed. They have become a different person than that person I knew back then, even if it's just a slight little bit. My friend David, he went out to, Iowa, right? And he came back, and I treated him not as the same old guy, but I treated him as someone who had had more experiences, who had grown, who had had things take place into their life that I did not know of, that have changed that person just a little bit, and in one direction or the other, right? So that being said, I try to not judge people, because once you make a judgment, that judgment stands. And all those people that have judged me will only ever see me as that judgment. That's it. And I hate that. I really, really hate that. When you look into someone's eyes and you're trying to be here in the now, talking about what's going on in your life, and they're just looking at you and they're just seeing that 17-year-old punk that, that spilled shit all over the place. And it's just fucking, you just want to go, wake the fuck up, asshole. I don't see you as that fucking jerk who accidentally slammed down that bottle of fucking beer that someone spit tobacco in, right? I'm not going to look at you and see tobacco drooling down your face and you turning green every time I fucking see you, right? No. Unfortunately, there are those people who haven't changed, right? And you look at them and all you see is that same burned out, simple-minded tweaker, right? That little tweak, speed-infested loser, and some of those people, they just never made it out, and those are the people that I don't judge. I don't look at them and think, well, you're just a lousy fucking tweaker. I don't think about them at all, really. I mean, to me, quite honestly, that person that I knew is no longer there. They're not the person standing in front of me. The person that I knew vanished, evaporated, died a long time ago when they gave themselves over to speed, right? So if you're standing here in front of me and you're still that person, you're non-existent. So I'm not going to make a judgment on you because you're just not there. You're gone. You were judged out a long time ago when you gave yourself over to speed, right? So if you're still there, if you're still doing speed, how does it feel to speak from the great beyond? Because you might as well be dead, right? You got nothing to live for. If your whole life is all about sticking that fucking shit in your goddamn body and destroying yourself for no reason. I mean, was it kill pain? Does it help with mental depression? Does it keep you from going out and ripping people off and killing people? Or does you doing dope just lead to doing more fucking dope for the sake of doing dope and then ripping people off and fucking people over, right? Because that's pretty much all it leads to. When you're doing speed, you're looking at a few different outcomes, right? But only a few, right? Prison, the morgue, right? Sad and lonely because you fucked over everyone that you've ever known for the sake of doing more drugs, right? And that's really sad. That makes me cry, But I'm not going to cry for people who can't even fucking take care of themselves, right? And if you're just going to give your life over to speed, go for it. But don't come around expecting me to treat you like you're still a viable human, because you're not. You haven't been in 20, 30 years. If you're still there, if you couldn't leave it behind back then and you're still dragging all that speed addiction with you, you haven't grown up, and don't expect me to give two shits about you, right? And at that, I'm going to smoke some weed, because you can't tell me that this is destroying my life when look at all that I have accomplished. Look at all that I have accomplished. And look at all that weed has accomplished for me, right? If it wasn't for weed, I myself would have been no better off than a tweaker. I would have wound up in the morgue. I would have wound up in prison. I would have wound up living on the streets as some homeless vagabond hobo, fucking male gigolo, whatever, I probably would have given myself over to drugs. Probably not speed, because I really hate speed, and I've always hated speed. Even when I was doing speed back in the days, back in the 80s, I hated it. It was just nasty. I could not snort it, because why would you put that rotten shit up your nose and rot your face away. Of course, so I just ate it and rotted my stomach away. But, yeah, tweakers go away, man. Tweakers go to hell. Tweakers burn in a fiery pit. Because they're really good for nothing. You know, and drug addiction is not a disease. It's a choice. It's a fucked up choice that stupid humans make. I'm just going to keep doing this shit. You know, I can't stop myself. I'm addicted. It's a disease. Help me. That's bullshit. Get your fucking head out of your ass. If you want to help yourself, you're going to find the desire, the will, the courage to get up, pull your fucking pants up and do something, right? If you don't want to, you're going to sit there and go, oh, it's a disease. I'm hurting. Help me. Fuck you. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. You know? Get over your fucking bullshit. Then you blame society. You know, society might have pushed you in that direction, but you're the cause of your own fucking problems. You know? And then people want me to apologize. You said this and it offended me and it made me feel bad. Too fucking bad. Grow up. You know, make others responsible for your poor fucking feelings. What a pussy-ass fucking world this place has become. We don't like shit, so we cancel it out. You know, we don't like shit, so we sit and boo-hoo and light candles and go, everybody hold hands. You know, you don't like something, get up and fucking do something about it, you know? Jeez, sit and fucking snivel. You know, tear down shit because you don't fucking like it and make it go away. Make it go away. It hurts my emotions. You know, why don't you fucking learn from this shit instead of fucking getting rid of it? You know, fucking, what a fucking pussy-ass world this place has become. Really, really. It sickens me to go out into the world to have these assholes push themselves around and fuck with people and be just fucking miserable dipshits out there, right? And then they get online and snivel, I don't like that. That makes me feel bad. Make it go away. Stop saying that. You're not allowed to talk because it hurts my feelings. Fuck you. If it hurts your fucking feelings, grow the fuck up. Hurts my fucking feelings. Pansy ass fucking world. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, it's after 6 a.m. already on the 16th of May here, 2024. Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy here. I'm Michael, I'm your host. I'm the guy that sits here in the chair in front of these screens and pretty much drinks coffee and lets his mouth loose. Most days I'm in a really good mood. Some days I get off on little tangents about the world. I try not to vent too much in this show, but I'm only human. And when I get comments on some of my videos, like promosm, self-promotion is basically what a promosm is, right? And I would expect comments like promosm, right, from someone who has nothing, absolutely nothing to offer on their channel, right? They have no creative skills whatsoever, right? The most they can do is push, click, like, share, and then if they do comment, they got a one-word fucking vocabulary. Promosm. So it doesn't piss me off so much that somebody says these things. It more upsets me that this is humanity in a nutshell, you know? Somebody else doing absolutely nothing but poking at the people who are actually trying to do something, right? That's like these fucking idiots who will just get on there and berate and completely destroy Greta Thunberg for wanting to save the planet, right? But she just becomes a meme. She just becomes a joke. She just becomes the butt of everybody else's bullshit. Why? Because she's a target. Why? Because there are so many fucking trolls out there who have nothing better to do than to pick on people for doing something. right? I mean, these are people who sit in front of their fucking screens while they're driving, right? There's a thing called natural selection, right? And because of modern medicine and science, a natural selection has taken a back seat. Now, I want to go back to the days where these dumb sons of bitches have to go out in the world and really compete to live. And let's see how far they get when they actually have to work, right, without their phone in their hand. Pro-Muslim. Oh, look at that. Pro-Muslim. Oh, look at that. Pro-Muslim. Aren't I smart? No. These are people that you know, they should go the way of the typhoons and the COVIDs and the AIDS and the cancers. These are the people that need to be taken, right? But, you know, stupid old natural selection, you know, has gotten taken over by modern medicine. And that's sad. That's really sad, you know, that we don't lose more fucking morons. But instead, the morons are allowed to live and then breed uncontrollably, right? I mean, put a cork in it, people, you know. Either educate the fucking brood that you have, or stop fucking having moron fucking countless fucking idiot fucking families, right? God, it just sickens me to see these fucking grotesque fucking slobs with 6 fucking slobs in tow walking around putting their greasy fucking hands on everything, you know, everywhere they go. You know, and we just let it go, you know. There's really something to be said for eugenics. We should have looked more into it 100 years ago. The face of the planet would look a lot different and a lot less populated, right? First of all, the first thing to do would be to not have so many fucking people on this planet, right? Have a 1-for-1 policy. You're allowed to have 1 kid. If you're a couple, well, you get to have 1 each. That's 2 kids per family, right? That's plenty. If you need any more than that, you're a greedy fucking slob. Get off the planet. Go. Jump really, really high until you're sucked into space, and then just go away. Because we don't want you here. You know, we don't need the planet overrun with these fucking slobbish fucking morons. No, I'm sick of it. Everywhere you go. Every fucking where you go. You can just look at the people, and you just know right away. Please, natural selection, do something about this, you know. And that goes the same for those people who can't help but be told what to do and how to do it all the time. They're born to stand in line. Those are the people that you see at Walmart standing in line to get out the door. Why? Because they might be suspected of being a thief. They might be suspected of having stolen something, so they need to show a receipt on their way out and prove that everything in the cart belongs to them. You know what? Fuck you. If you want to accuse me of being a thief, then do it. Call the cops and chase me to my fucking car to look at my goddamn receipt. Alright? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be subjected to that Nazi fucking bullshit trying to leave the store with the things that I've already paid for. I stood in line down the goddamn aisle just to get to the fucking milk to find out there's not any milk left, right? And then I stand in line just to get to a fucking register, right? And now I'm supposed to stand in line to walk out the fucking door with the shit that I've paid for? Fuck you. Follow me to the store. Can I see your receipt, sir? It's in the bag. Have a nice day. If you want to see it, start fucking walking and follow me to my fucking car while you're digging through my receipt, because I am not stopping anymore. I'm not standing in a line. All right? You're not queuing me up so that you can half-handedly, half-heartedly, you know, call me a fucking thief. You know, you want to call me a thief, call me a thief. You're a thief. Show me some video of me stuffing shit in my pockets or walking out without paying. All right? I'm not gonna allow myself to be subjected to that kind of bullshit. No. It's a fucking store, man. I've been going to stores since I was a little fucking kid. all right? I've even been accused of stealing stuff in a store, right? And have a store attendant take my shit, all right? Because he wanted to say that I was stealing. Dude, you don't even sell this shit in your store. I bought this at fucking Alpha Beta, man. Fuck you. No, give me that. You try to steal my shit. Fuck you, asshole. So, no, I don't go in for that. If you're going to call me a thief, you be ready for a fight, or you better call the fucking cops. Because I ain't even going there. You know, and that's the way that we just allow ourselves to be subjected to this bullshit to make it easier on everybody else. You know, put somebody in front of a goddamn security camera. Put a fucking security guy at the door standing there looking like this, and you'll have fewer people trying to run out the door over here with a fucking 24 pack of beer. We've seen it happen. You know, we've seen the guy take his 24 pack and meander on over there to customer help, and then walk around and stand by the door and eyeball the receipt checker until the receipt checker is busy, and then just turn around and walk out the door with 2 cases of beer, right? Not my fucking problem. I'm not gonna be held responsible for your, you know, lack of security. Get your heads out of your asses, people. You know, I'm not gonna stand in line to do your fucking job for you. Oh, it just sickens me. It just fucking sickens me. Lava lamp cam. Alright, I'm going to heat up my coffee real quick. Don't nobody go nowhere. Yeah, it is one Brady Bunch whooped ass fucking version of the world this has become. I am sorry to say it. I don't watch the news anymore because it's just fucking bullshit. You know, it's just political propaganda. You know, governments against governments, and then trying to pull us along for the ride. You know, we don't. You know, nobody wants to fucking go to war. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people in the military who are like, yeah, let's fucking go to war, yeah. I don't really go in for those people. There's a lot of them out here in the desert near the military base. It's not my breed of human, you know. The ability to take care of yourself and those around you, to take care of your community, your family, your friends, and your country. But, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, having had a father in Vietnam and having to spend my whole life hearing those, you know, or my early life hearing those stories, and his experiences and his thoughts about the government, and then knowing firsthand from experience about authority and the government and politics and war and religion and all of this shit. Yeah, I have a pretty outside the box view of things. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed to say that, you know, war begins when logic fails, you know. And if you can't think yourself out of a situation and you're your next option is to just pick up a gun and shoot them, there's something wrong with you. So my thoughts are, there's something wrong with a lot of the people on this fucking planet, right? Especially if you're just gonna, at the end, decide to pick up a gun and shoot somebody in the face, and then claim that it's at because of your government or because of a religion that forces you to make that decision, right? Once again, not a government that I want to follow, not a religion that I want to follow. But that's just me, And if your first response is to pick up the comments and crucify me because I have an opinion that differs, well then, you know where you can put that comment. Yeah. Well, what a day this has turned into. And mainly because I see a couple of images on social media or on the YouTube platform, and it doesn't take much in the morning, and I don't get on to social media. The only time I was on social media this morning was here live while I was posting a link to this show on Facebook, and that was it. But when I get onto YouTube and go to my channel, I'm hit by some images. When I get onto Facebook to create this first and only post in the morning, I'm hit with some images, right? And it's those images that stick with me and haunt me throughout the morning and the day, and prompt me to talk like this. When you see images of people screaming at each other, just fucking screaming at each other. And these are people who are supposed to be taking care of us, right? And there's no way in hell that they can get along ever. But they're the ones on either side, right? And they're just fucking screaming bloody murder at each other, wanting to put knives in each other, that they hate each other that much, right? Or at least they give us the impression of that, for whatever purpose serves them. The people who are supposed to take care of us. And they're freaking vicious animals, right? And I'm supposed to vote for this guy or that guy, for this asshole or that asshole, for this moron or that moron. Right, we're supposed to go over and help these people fight those people because of what? Because these people attack these people, because these people did this, because these people did this, because these people did... If you want to get into that, then be a part of that, throw yourself into that. If you want to be a part of the solution, picking up a gun ain't gonna help. Lobbing bombs over a wall ain't gonna help. Picking up a sign and lighting a fucking candle ain't gonna help either. Marching in the streets of Washington or wherever is not gonna help. Actually doing something is gonna help. Me taking the hand of this person over here and taking the hand of this person over there, right? And everybody repeating the process all the way down the fucking line until we can all feel each other's fucking heartbeats, right? We can feel each other's emotion, right? And then we realize that we're all one, we're all the same, right? And everything that I'm doing to you, I'm doing to myself, right? Now, logic tells me that I should not hurt this person or that person or anyone on the chain in either direction, as far as it stretches, because they're me, I'm them, and if you can look at somebody and see somebody different than you, someone who is completely different, so much so that you hate them, then there's something wrong with you and your way of life. There's definitely nothing wrong with me and mine. I'm A-okay. I'm right on the beam. When it comes to loving my fellow man, I love my fellow humans as much as I can, as best I can, as much as my life will allow. Right? And that doesn't mean that I have to like everyone. All right? But it doesn't mean that I have to hate anyone either. Right? I can not like you, right? I can totally dislike you and still offer you a place to sit at my table to eat, okay? Because that's the way that I am, you know? I'll sit on the front line and dress a table for people to eat and have people from this side sit on that side of the table and people from that side sit on this side of the table, all right? And everybody just fucking get along, right? Why? Because there's more about us that's the same than there is that's not. End of story. Logic says that pointing a gun in your face is wrong, right? If you need something, if you want something, if you need some help, just like you learned in kindergarten, put your hand up. You know? Somebody will help you. You know? If I'm there and I see you standing there with your hand up, I'm going to go over there and say, yeah, what do you need? Right? If I see you sitting there looking, you know, downtrodden and hungry, I'm not going to ask you what the problem is. I'm going to go in the goddamn store, bring you out some food, some drink, and even a pack of fucking cigarettes and say, hey, keep your head up, man. And if that's all I can do to help somebody, I'm going to do it. Why? Because that's me there. That's me sitting there. You know? Why would you not? Why would you not help yourself? Why would you not look in the mirror and say, ooh, looks like you need to talking to. You know, looks like you could use something to eat. You know? Yeah, I mean, when you see somebody sitting there completely disgusted with their world, ready to just chuck it all in, and you can just walk by and go in and grab your shit and walk by again and just ignore them, you know, well, that says way more about you than it'll ever say about them. All right, we can see their condition and probably why they're in that condition, right? What makes you so much better than them that you can just walk by and ignore their existence, right? And not try to do something to help. Hey man, here's $1. You know, well, I don't need any money. What do you need then, man? What, you know, can I help you with something? You know, I'm not going to take people into my home and let them use my fucking shower and stuff, right? But I'll let them know, hey, there's a public shower right over here. Here's some money. Go get yourself cleaned up, you know, if that's what you need. If you need some food, here's some food. You need a cigarette, here's a pack of cigarettes. You know, I don't smoke cigarettes, haven't smoked cigarettes in over 10 years. But, you know, I'm not going to deny someone that. I'm not going to go buy someone a beer. I'll give them money and let them make the decision, you know. But I'll also give them some food at the same time. So if they want to make that decision, they're making it wisely because they got some food here to do first. Eat that food, have a cigarette, and then say, I think I'll take a couple of bucks and get a 40. Go for it. If that makes you feel good, if that makes you feel better, you know, if it's going to help you sleep tonight on the ground, cold and shaking, to have that 40 in you, fine, go for it. You know, who am I to say, you fucking alcoholic bum? I mean, you know, judgmental pricks need to be judged, right? And they are judged. Every time they show themselves as a judgmental prick, there's a judgment made upon them, right? In their karma, in their soul, however you want to say it, you know. It's like self-judgment. They put that gavel down every time they're an asshole. And it sticks. It's part of who they are now, you know. They may grow, they may change, you know, but are they changing for the good? Are they changing for the bad? Are they just becoming a different asshole? You know, I'm not gonna see them as an asshole every time because I try to give people the benefit of the doubt for change, right? But are they going to prove themselves to be an asshole again this time, the 20th time that I've seen them, right? Well, still an asshole, you know. Is that a final judgment? No. That's not my job. That's not my wheelhouse, not my forte. I try not to do the judge thing. I try not to keep permanent images of people in my head, right? But we do. you know. And as much as possible, I try to escape that, you know, and not be that guy, that judgmental asshole who is pretty much, you know, they just show their true colors. It's your true colors shining through. True colors, and that's why I love you. Don't be afraid. They show true colors. You like that too? Oh, that was horrible. Oh, that was bloody horrible. So yeah, my new sound sounds pretty good. It's pretty raw. It's pretty heavy. There's no filters. There's no crap. So I should be able to at some point, probably in the evenings, and I think what I might do on my evening show is every once in a while actually play a song. Because it's my show. I can do whatever the hell I want. It's my channel. Pardon me. I can create whatever show I want or whatever segment I want. And that's what makes this really, really neat. Looks like my brother is on again. And let me shoot him another V for video and see what he has to say about it. Oh, 4 minutes ago I missed him. Ah, jeez. Yeah, the other night, Saturday, my brother Robert and I did a video chat, and I was able to link it through onto YouTube and recorded it. Of course, this is just before, a few days before I finished figuring out my audio issues here. So now, it should be a whole different ball of wax. I may have to get onto this other computer here and go to settings and sound and figure out, let's see, sound, if I've got a filter here, advanced sound options, let's see what we've got here. Recommended defaults, no. So I'm running Windows 10 on my graphics computer, mainly because it's an old computer, and control panel, sound control panel, let's see, okay, I'm going to cancel that. I'm using Windows 10 over here mainly because it's an old computer, and the memory can't take any updates, anything like that. So, my new computer here, this glowing square in front of you, that is running Windows 11, and they are actually linked. They're networked together. So what happens on one is transferred to the other. So if I do something here and save it, I can then use it over here, upload it, and get it rolling over here. So I'll work on this one here, create a video, save it, and then over here I'll boot it up and play it through the mixer and into the show. And yeah, so at that I am going to hook up the weekly programming here, and we can go and watch the weekly programming. And this is what's happening this week. Of course, we're almost done with this week. was my promo. I guess that's what makes me such a promosm, right? Is my promos. So that's what's going on this week. Of course, this week is just about wrapped up. In the 7 o'clock hour, we are going to be time traveling back to 1983, and we're going to watch a little bit of footage from the 1983 Robert Plant Principle of Moments tour. I found some video of a lad who recorded some of the concert from behind the stage at the Inglewood Forum, which is where we were sitting, my brother and I. We were sitting just behind Phil Collins, up a couple of rows. And the guy taking this video footage that we'll watch in a little while was actually up behind us. So at some point, you may actually hear my brother or myself or see one of our heads bobbing up and down. I haven't had a chance to really watch this in full detail or up on a big screen, so this should be interesting to say the least. And I'm kind of waiting to the last hour to watch this, hoping that my brother is at some point gonna get up and get on YouTube and watch it with me. He's usually up and out the door by this time of the morning. He works, and he also takes care of his granddaughter and makes sure that she's off and doing her thing in the morning. So that's pretty cool, doing that grandpa thing. And so while I really would like to have more back and forth with my brother Robert, it is entirely understandable why I don't get that. And that's because life gets in the way of life. Isn't that right, people? Goodbye, pain. Hello, brain. You know what? I can do that because I'm at home. It's legal. And I really don't answer to anyone when it comes to me, myself, and I. You can't come between me, myself, and I and say, you guys can't do that. What? Who the fuck are you anyway? Get out of my house. Now that is so weird, it's normal, right? That people allow other people to tell them what to do in their own home, right? Or with their own life. I mean, that goes back to being gay in the 1950s, right? 40s. Or any time before like 20 years ago, where it was a crime. I mean, you were instantly judged. Oh, you're gay? Well, boom, there's a judgment. You're done, you know. And, you know, I mean, it's crazy to think that in the UK, if there's somebody from the UK or who has knowledge of this, from my understanding, it wasn't until like the 70s when being gay in the UK didn't get you in prison, right? And please, if there's somebody out there who can school me on the reality of this, that would be fantastic. But that's my understanding, that it was like the 70s or maybe 80s where things finally changed, and it wasn't you know, gonna land you in prison to be gay. You know, and it became more acceptable and more mainstream. So wow, have things really changed, you know, right? And to me, it just shows, you know, it just shows growth for humanity, you know. Not that you know, I'm not going to say one way or the other way whether being gay or not gay, right, has anything to do with the future of humanity, right? It's more about acceptance that gives us hope for a brighter future, you know. Whether you're gay or not, or care about people who are gay or not, I mean, it doesn't really matter. to the individual, it matters. But, if this doesn't affect you in any way, what does it matter to you, right? So I think it shows more about humanity that we've grown up enough to accept these things that are different, right? Because more and more people just need to realize that there's more about us that's alike than is different anyway. So why focus on these stupid little things that are only going to cause, religious wars? Because we're so different. People want to focus on how different we are, and politicians, especially in governments and religions and corporations, try to divide us up, into categories and labels, so that they can sell us on shit, sell us on ideas and ideals and consumer products designed for this type of person and that type of person, and basically they're just designing a whole bunch of products for idiots, right? Because if you buy into the labels that they put on people, well, then you buy into the stupid labels they put on fucking products to get you to buy them, right? It's all about labels. Shake off the labels. You don't need a label. Be whatever you are. Be whoever you're gonna be, right? You don't need a label to prove that you're who you are, because no matter who you are, a label is not gonna fit you, because you're completely different. You're a one-off. There's no others like you. Even if you're a fucking twin or a triplet or whatever, there's no others like you. Don't fall into that bullshit that you're the same as anyone else, because you're not. Right? We're all different. That being said, we have more things that make us alike than should divide us as being different. So I don't know why people would give in to war or politics or a religion that divides, or a corporation who just wants to focus on, let's focus on just this body type, or this sexual orientation, or we're just gonna, it's just for hymns, right? It's just bullshit. You can go someplace, any 100 other fucking sites, and get the same shit with another fucking 1,000 different fucking labels. It's all the same shit. It's all admin, right? Admin for 150 years have been selling us on these ideas and these ideals and these products, and basically selling us on bullshit. Why? Because we keep falling for the bullshit, right? And then when the admin got involved in politics, right? We need us a good admin. We're gonna be president pretty soon, and we need an admin to get us there. We need someone out there to tell a story and convince people. It's just bullshit. It's just bullshit tacked onto something to get you to go along with it, and to get you to not look at the reality of it. Hey, I'm gonna give you a big line of bullshit, so you're not looking over here to see what the reality of this bullshit is. No, really, look over here. Hey, this is great. This is great bullshit. You guys are gonna love this bullshit. But it's bullshit. Don't look over there. That's just bullshit. No, look over here. This is the great bullshit. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Exit stage left. Yeah. Go, Speed Racer, go. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Yeah. So let's see. A week from today is my daughter's graduation. She graduates from college in 1 week. She will be heading off to university next school year, next semester in the fall. In the fall, she goes off to university, and she's a smarty pants. She's a smarty pants. Now I talk a good talk. I can bring myself off as being pretty learned sometimes, right? But I don't ever try or feel like I'm putting on airs. I'm just being me. Sometimes I talk funny. Is how I explain it. I just like words. I really, really like words. I love words. So I like to use words. I like to use funny words, long words, funny sounding words, words that mean something that people don't know. What the hell did he just say? What does that mean? What does it mean? Tell me, please. Get a dictionary, get a thesaurus. I've got dictionaries and thesauruses and books and books and books and a lot of sound, audio stuff. And I like to watch a lot of film and TV and stuff. So the biggest part about all of that are the words. I love words. There's a lot of words out there. So I really, really like words. So if you're watching my channel, sometimes you think, what the hell is he talking about? You might have to get a dictionary sometimes to follow along. But I don't want to come off as some kind of fancy pants. I think I probably learned more in my life out of school. Of course, because over my 50s, almost 56 years, I've been out of school more than I've been in school. Now, my daughter at this point has spent 15 of her 19 years in school, following academic protocol and getting straight A's her entire academic career. For a little while when she was younger, she floundered a little bit, but it was during a period where it turned out that she needed glasses. So they immediately moved her to the front of this class, things got better, and then she got glasses, and that turned around really quick. So pay attention to what's going on with your kids, because it could be something simple as them just needing glasses or having a vitamin deficiency, right? It could just be sluggish because they're low on iron or something. You know, talk to your kids, get inside their heads, don't control them, you know, because they're humans, right? They're just little people, right? Let them be, right? I didn't put any rules or regulations on my daughter, you know, other than, you know, don't hurt yourself, you know, don't follow other people into bullshit, you know, and always take a jacket with you when you go out. I mean, it was always the little things, you know, because it's my job to be an influence without her knowing it, right? So the day-to-day things are the things that are either going to show her what to do, or by example show her not what to do. She was at an early age when she decided to stop drinking soda pop and soft drinks and that kind of stuff. She just liked juice and water, and that's basically her shtick. You know, I didn't tell her to do that. I never once told her, you need to do this or you need to do that. At some point she decided to do that. At some point she decided that she just wasn't that into television, so she stopped watching, you know. And she still comes out and watches movies on occasion with me. And she sits in her room and she'll watch movies and TV and stuff, but it's not her main thing like it is mine. My main thing is media input, right? I'm not talking about commercial media. I'm talking about like movies and old TV and music and that kind of stuff. But you know, she's come into her own, you know, and she's influenced. She's not controlled. And I think that's one of the things that makes her such a unique individual, is that she's always been her own person. She's not a clone of her mother or of me or a hodgepodge clone of the two of us, right? She's not, she's an only child, so she doesn't even have to be compared to a sibling, right? She is literally her own person, in her own right, in her own making, right? And so the decisions that she makes, you know. All I can do is help, you know, answer questions and help guide. And, you know, I don't even like to influence. I don't even like this, well, I think you should do this, you know. I'm more of the guy who, well, what do you think? What do you think you should do? I mean, these are the pros and cons and the yeses and the nos and the possibilities. But what do you think? If she asks what I think, I will try to explain to her my feelings without pushing her in one direction or the other, right? And that's sometimes I would imagine it's kind of hard for her because I'm not giving her a direction, right? And some people want to be, well, tell me what to do, point me in one direction and make me go there, and she's not that kind of person. She's not gullible. She's not a follower. I don't even think that she's going to be a leader so much as somebody who's going to be more like a communal influence, or she's going to be someone who's going to be part of the group and be able to lead from within without people knowing that she's a leader, right? And I think that's the perfect leader. Somebody who leads from right alongside of you, not from out in front, right? So I think she's got that going for her, and I hope that because of the way that she was raised, that I'm a part of that reason, right? Because she really is a really smart person, very empathic, thoughtful, compassionate, accepting, and very sweet-hearted and sweet-natured, right? So anybody who's lucky to have my daughter for a friend should really consider themselves privileged, because I am. I'm so privileged just to know her as a person, right? I'm on clouds when I think of her as my daughter. So, and I really don't think that's, that I can 100% be held responsible for her outcome in life so far, other than I've always been there. I've always been there to answer questions and to do whatever she needs me to do, but I've never been one to force her into anything. She played violin at an early age, and we asked her to try it. I don't want to. Come on, try it. I don't want to. Okay, look, why don't you just, here's a violin, we got a violin, try it out for a little while, for X amount of time, and if you don't want to do it anymore, you're done with it, all right? But give it a shot so that you can see what you're capable of, right? And she did it. She was fantastic. She went to recitals. She played the violin. Okay, it's time for sign-ups again for next year. You've done a year. What do you think? Nah, I want to do something else. What do you want to do? I want to try tennis. All right, let's take you in. She did tennis for a year, and she was good. Learned how to play tennis. Did some games. Did that. Had a really good professional tennis player coach. It was fun. She did about a year of that. I was like, so what do you want to do now? Nah, I don't know what I want to do. All right, well, let us know when you want to do something, and we'll say, hey, what about this? Or, hey, what about that? And I'm not going to ever force her into doing something she's uncomfortable with, right? Which is why, of course, she was never into skateboards and bikes and physical stuff that was going to get her hurt, because if she tried it, of course, and got a little injury or a boo-boo or something, I don't want to do that anymore. Oh, don't do it anymore, I'll ask again later. But, like avocados, she hated avocados growing up. And then at one point, after asking her to try avocados 3 or 4 times, and she did, I don't like it. Try it. No, okay, I don't like it. Try it. Okay, I don't like it. Okay, here's guacamole. Here's avocado again. Try this. Hey, I like this. Now guacamole is a staple in her life, right? And it's opened her palate for other things, to try other things. So she's open to trying different foods. Even if she thinks she's not going to like it, she'll try it, right? And I think that everyone should look at life like that, right? Trying new food. Try something different. I've always been a try something, and then if I like it, I stay with that, and then that's all I do. and I've always been a kind of a one-show guy, one-trick pony. If that's what I like, that's what I'm going to order that same burger the same way every time for the rest of my life. And I'm not that guy anymore. I've decided, well, just over the last few years, that life is too short to just stick with one thing, which is why I'm here, basically. I'm here in the mornings and all over my YouTube channel throughout every day, because it's different, and I want different, and every day leads to something different, right? I can bring anything I want to this platform at any given time in any fashion that I want, and now I can involve other people, I can involve other media and graphics, and just a whole realm of fun here. And it's all because I decided to say yes. You know, I hemmed and hawed and dug my feet into the dirt for so long and procrastinated about getting this channel up and running. And then it wasn't until about a year and a half ago that I finally posted my first real video. I made a few trailers and got excited and learned how to use some of my editing stuff. And then finally created my first documentary and my docuseries, a little 9-minute piece about me, basically. And then since then, it took a little while for that little tiny crumb to turn into a snowball. But I'm upwards of almost 200 videos now. A lot of this being live. I think I've got, it's got to be over 70, upwards of 80 shows from the live morning stuff here, plus a bunch of live stuff here and elsewhere, and a bunch of live sound checks, but also a lot of videos, a lot of created content that I've done right here in the studio. So yeah, it's just been a lot of fun, and it's been a crazy road getting here. And technically my show and my channel has evolved by leaps and bounds over the last few months. Just this last since December, you know, this last 6 months, it's really gone bananas, right? Every show that I've done, when my show was running good, technically, just got better and better. And then when I took a break to retool and start using this new stuff, it downgraded a little bit, but I think I've skyrocketed back up with the quality of the show, the sound and the graphics, my screen time, the different days, the portions of the shows. Now we can sit and watch a movie together. I want to do a repeat viewing of the Night of the Living Dead. Why? Because we can. Because it's a free use movie, the one from 1968, and it's a fantastic movie, and the sound wasn't perfect the first time we viewed it together live. So I want to do that again. I want to do a whole host of movies, and I'll probably go back and we'll watch the movies that we've watched already again, because they're just the quality of the audio wasn't perfect, and I really want people to enjoy it at the same time and at the same quality that I'm enjoying it. So yeah, so there's that. That being said, I think what I'm going to do now is put on some music here, and we are going to let's listen to a song really quick while I warm up my coffee and get something to put in my belly. So, I'm going to put this here, and I am going to play this song. And Here or There, As Long As I'm With You, from 1927. The Bar Harbor Society.
After all, as long as I'm with you. If I but knew that you were always by my side, come what may, I'd still be satisfied. Right here or there, I'd be happy anywhere as long as I'm with you.
As a kid, I unknowingly grew up listening to the 1920s music. I think a lot of us did, watching early Little Rascals and Laurel and Hardy, W.C. Fields, Eddie Cantor, The Rudy Valley Show. I mean, all of these things that we probably saw as little kids, watching them on Saturday and Sunday TV matinee shows. Like the Family Film Festival out here in Los Angeles, California, on KTLA, hosted by Tom Hatton. That was a fantastic show, and I grew up watching a lot of these old 1920s and 30s movies, and would sit with my father and watch some great stuff, and listening to these old-timey songs really takes me back. I every time I hear something like this, I feel like I'm watching a Little Rascals short, you know. All right, I just notice popped up on my phone here that says Stephen Blake and the Dead Cowboys and D-Verb, and I recognize one of the names there I haven't seen in a long time, and that's Gringo. Gringo was a guy in the 90s that I met. In fact, my wife and I were married at Steve and Gringo's house by my good friend Andrew. who married us. Yeah, that just seeing that name pop up there on the screen really quick kind of threw me for a time trip. But I think because of my love for this old-timey 1920s, 1930s music, and my intuition for picking out these gems. If you listen to the last hour and a half or so of my show last night, I only had one bomb. I had one song that I got about 20-30 seconds into it, and I just had to turn that thing off. But last night I did a whole lot of guesswork, bringing some fantastic 1920s especially, but 1920s and some 1930s music, mainly because I'm allowed to. It's accepted here on YouTube to play that kind of music, which is why my morning theme song is Do-Wackadoo, you know, and my night theme is what it is, Bernie Moten's South, because they're fantastic songs. I'm allowed to use them, and they should be shared with the world, you know. So with that in mind, I thought, you know what, after last night and going to pick up my daughter from her night class and talking with her, I decided, you know what, I got to do it. I don't know that I'm going to start this week. I may use the rest of this week to retool for a 3-hour morning show and a 1-hour night show every day of the week, of the weekdays, right, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. and 5 p.m., right? And then so what I'll do is I'll spend the rest of this week until Monday creating the elements for a nighttime show, and perhaps rather than just play random music and then move on, I may actually begin to catalog some of this stuff. I kind of rather like the idea of playing stuff that we've heard on a previous episode, but mainly trying to explore a lot of the stuff that's there, because there's a giant catalog after catalog after catalog of this old-timey music that's just fun to listen to. So, you know, please join me as often as you can for this kind of entertainment. I got a dog over here wagging her tail because I have food. She knows I'm a sucker, but she'll have to wait. Oh, look at that. We got liver spot cam. Hey, there I am. I figure rather than give you a full shot of me sucking on a piece of bread here, I would kind of take the focus off of me, right? Let's see what else I have here sitting around, just sitting around here on my computer. Sound effects. Let's see, sound effects. Whoa, got a lot of sound effects here. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is put a sound effect in the background, and this will kind of make it different, right? So we're not like so totally dead. Alright, I'm going to turn my stuff off for a second. I'm going to go rescue a dog once out. that's kind of interesting. So I got dogs tippy-toe tapping around here, wanting pieces of food and wanting to get into other rooms. Ah. Yeah, lava lamp cam and morning thunderstorm, right? I guess that's a little better than just the sound of me chewing, right? With this dog eyeballing me here, a little one. He's really good at looking at you out the side of his face. I'm not looking at you, but I am. Ah, little doggies. Ah, thunderstorm. I like to use these particular thunderstorm recordings as background sound in some of my videos. So if you watch some of my documentaries and videos of me in the room doing stuff, you can hear the thunder in the background. And it's not because it was raining. It's because I like ambient sounds, you know. I like color that you can hear, you know. And also I like the sound of that surface noise on the record. It's just subtle, but it's there. And it gives the feel of an old-time recording. So that matched with my old camera and the video effects that I use, I can make it look and feel and sound like it's got that aged quality. There's a dog sitting right next to my camera tripod, scratching, making it shake. Yeah. They know I like production value, so they're always giving it to me. God, that lava lamp is just looking really good today, huh? That's awesome. That dog. You guys will just have to wait. And this is too sugary. You guys can't have any of this anyway, so forget about it. Wow. Yeah, when I was young, we used to live in a converted school bus, a 1965 Ford school bus that was, I believe it was 25 feet long, 35 feet long. It was a pretty big school bus. And it had been driven down from Oregon, where it had been used its whole life in a little town, just driving a mile or two every day, right? So it was really low on miles when we got it. It was in fantastic condition. The drivetrain, everything was just perfect on it. So my father bought it really, really cheap, and we converted it over the years into a kind of a motorhome. Living in that was not the best part of my life. But listening to the thunderstorms in that tin can was just phenomenal. It was great sound. The rain hitting the metal roof, and the sound of the rain and the thunder coming through all of the gaps in the windows and doors and stuff. Yeah, it was really, really, aesthetically, right, pleasing. That was one of the favorite things about that period. Not necessarily living in that tin can, but experiencing things and places while living in it. Yeah. We get some great thunderstorms out here. At some point, I'll be taking a small setup in the van on the next rainy day and parking somewhere where it's absolutely quiet of life and just record the sound of the rain and the thunder and the wind. Also, I'd like to do that from here with the microphone pointed at the road so that I could get the sounds of cars passing by and the tires on the wet road and the splashing and all of that. And then eventually go downtown and get the really good city sounds at the four-way light in town. And start to catalog some of these things, some of this reality, because it's real. And this show right here, this is probably the realest reality show you're ever going to see, flat out. I do stuff live, unscripted, unedited. I am unapologetically me. If you don't like it, there's the door. There's plenty of other stuff to watch on YouTube. I'm not beholden to you, and you're not beholden to me. If you like and subscribe and hang out, then we can become friends. Otherwise, if you want to close yourself off to experiencing something and somebody different, then, I'm sorry. Not really, but, that's a bummer that you don't want to think outside the box. Especially those people that come along and instantly judge me and say pro-Muslim, or, just turn it on and see what they want to see and then turn it off, and hear what they want to hear and then turn it off. You just keep going right on, because that's just going to bring me down, and I don't need that. I'm not here to be brought down. I'm here to bring people up, man. Totally. That is what it's all about. My thunderstorm is over. I could say like, oh my gosh, be careful with what you're doing over there, okay? I'm on live TV, so don't be careful with those dishes, okay? My gosh, don't make a mess. That wasn't me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. All right. Do another sound effect here, and then I think we're gonna watch a little piece of that concert. It's only about a half an hour, so it's that's why I'm kind of waiting to the end of the show here, because I got to use up all this time. I'll be done here at 8 o'clock. So, yeah. I guess at 8 o'clock I am going to, I guess, gear up to work on some video. Perhaps I've got the Sunday episode or Sunday edition of Mornings to work on. I basically need to do intro, outro, and segues, and that's it. And just finish writing some copy, dress the set here, flip my little studio around so I can get one of my family members here to work my cameras. And that's it. Hit record. And that's it, baby. That's it. That is it. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do a little, start some recording here. And I'm gonna do a little, let's see, last night for some reason it recorded a little bit. And I just want to see if I can actually record what I'm doing here live without being on what you call it. I don't know where to find this scene that I've recorded, but I imagine it's around somewhere. And with this new OBS, it is broadcasting software that Blackmagic had me upload. It's new, it's different. It's going to take some getting used to. I did manage to figure out how to get it set up for a live stream. And it seems to have a stronger, better looking signal and better sounding signal, as well as it being easier to set up, and it uses less of my computer. And while I'm doing this, I can actually use this main computer for something else. And at some point I'll be going live around my computer directly into the modem via the Ethernet cable. So that'll completely free up this computer here to do other stuff, right? And that's a lot of fun. So let's see. I think what I'll do now is, without further ado, I'm going to go to the playlist on my channel that has the upgraded version of Robert Plant at the LA Forum from September 27th, 1983. Okay. And this particular video is brought to us by David Estrada Insanity. Alright? And he brought this to us 7 years ago, and it looks like he took it from Mark Zepp here and upgraded the video and the sound a little bit. So we'll see what we get when we get what we get. And I want to make sure we start on cue here. So let me get things set up. And then I'm going to play it for you all and just kind of sit back and watch it with you and not comment. And then we'll talk about it afterwards, okay? But don't hold me to that. I might pop in and say something.
The
like I was there. Do that shit. Go over there if you want to bark. Come on, go, guys.
You're back with me. Good night.
Yeah, totally. I felt like it was like the best seat in the house. I mean, we were literally a few rows up behind, directly behind Phil Collins' drum set. Like they're back for an encore, and our cameraman has moved. It's a drum machine playing, because there's Phil on stage. Robbie Krieger on the guitar. Robbie Blunt on the guitar. Just phenomenal. There's Phil Collins on the tambourine. And the xylophone. That's awesome. That's not on the record. He's on stage like the musical Carrot Top, right? He just keeps pulling shit out and playing with it. That's great. He's kind of just hanging out lost. Boogie low. Look at my baby go. Where did my baby say? Make you stay. Oh man, I used to have this on cassette and listen to this on my Walkman. Wow. $41 years ago? Is my math correct? 41 years ago? Wow. Another encore?
Okay, this is a blues song for 1983 and the years to come.
point, he's kind of turned around and almost facing us. In the back a lot of the electronic drums.
I
That's just absolutely nuts. To have that little piece of history there to partake in. Yeah, that was a hell of a memory for me. I had only been to a couple of concerts before then. Rolling Stones in '78, Doobie Brothers in '79. And then I believe it was '83. Of course, there could be somebody at some point to come around and correct me. Say, no, man, remember we saw these guys and these guys and these guys. Don't you remember that? Because no, I probably don't. And I probably wouldn't remember even if you told me to. So there's that. Let's see. Well, we're just ticking, talking and a talking on the last few minutes of the show. So at this point, I'll probably take the opportunity to tell you a little bit about what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Flashback Friday, and we are going to be taking another look back at the Elsinore Valley. So from Corona to Temecula, there's that big chunk of property, that big hunk of real estate in Southern California where I grew up and spent my formative years learning the lessons of life. I think I got time to do one more Bong Hits for the road, and then I'm looking forward to people coming back. I really enjoyed having Crazy Mike in the garage up there in Canada stop by and hang out for a little while. I do appreciate that, man. It's really cool when people offer up their time to spend time with me. You know, it's really, really cool. I hope I've been a hospitable host to you bunch of weirdos. And for those of you who have something better to do in the morning than to sit and watch the show, well, good for you. But I have nothing better to do than to actually create this show, so that's what I do. 5 minutes left in the AM here, and at some point, looks like Monday, I'll be bringing you Monday night stuff. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do live at 5 Nonsense and Nostalgia Monday through Friday. And that'll be 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be able to catch more people in their time of wanting to be entertained. It's going to be an hour-long format. I will be playing mainly sound from the old days of radio. It'll consist mostly of old-timey music from the 20s and 30s, as well as some small captions of and excerpts of movies, film, and funny stuff from the radio. We didn't have TV back then, so we're not going to be looking at a whole lot of video stuff. On occasion, we'll find something from the 20s or 30s on video that we can check out, right? Something that's appropriate. Well, I am Michael, your host, and this has been Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy. I hope you've enjoyed our little time trip. I know I have. I probably get more out of this show than anyone else, and I'm okay with that. That being said, I can't wait to bring you some more goodies from the goodie box here. So yeah, be sure to tune in tomorrow. It's the last day of our week of morning shows. We'll be back Monday morning at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Look forward to a premiere episode of the Sunday edition of Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy, and it is scheduled to premiere this Sunday at 5 a.m. 5 is the time that I come alive. So most of my live broadcasting will be taking place at 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. I wouldn't say that it's my lucky number, but it's all right by me. And let's see. I don't have anything live set up for the in-between, right? So that doesn't mean that I won't go live at some point somewhere with someone doing something. Keep your fingers crossed that I am able to get my brother again to come on and do a live video chat. It's a lot of fun. I get a kick out of it. There's that little extra piece of personal history for posterity's sake that we can capture. It'll be nice that his granddaughter can grow older and look back and see her grandfather doing silly stuff and remember a lot of silly times. So that's cool. So the same thing for my daughter. I think it's going to be great for her to be able to look back at a lot of these videos and see the way this crazy old weird bearded guy was at the time. Let's see, we're just about to the 8 a.m. spot in the show where I've got to say goodbye. Seems to be quite urgent this morning. More and more in the mornings, I've been getting an appetite earlier than usual, and I think it's because I actually get up and I'm starting to eat something early with my coffee, so that by the time 8 o'clock comes around, I'm famished. I'm downright starving. I got my belly button is rubbing a blister against my backbone, right? I am on empty, baby. So yeah, thank you once again for stopping by today. Please join me again tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy. And stop by Sunday morning. And if you can't stop by early, please continue to follow me on the playlist, because these shows are a lot of fun, and they just keep getting funner, people. All right? So here we go. We're going to wrap up the show, and thank you for coming by. Have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrowski. Adios, people.